SilverStone VIDA 240 Slim SFF AIO Review. SilverStone recently revealed their latest set of coolers called VIDA, offered in 120mm and 240mm sizes. A prominent characteristic of these coolers is their total thickness of 38mm, which includes the fan and radiator, making them ideal for space-restricted SFF builds. The thickness of traditional AIOs normally amounts to 52mm, with rads typically 27mm unless otherwise stated. The radiator wall on VIDA measures 22mm while the height of the fan stands at 16mm. In spite of its petite silhouette, SilverStone still managed to include RGB lighting on both the block and fan sets. Just like with their past models, the control consists of 3 buttons. The plus button increases the luminosity and speed of dynamic mode when pressed, as for the button reduces it. The M button is used to cycle between all available 10 modes. The radiator has a size of 275 by 120 by 22mm, and is 22mm thick. When applying 16mm fans, the complete thickness becomes 38mm excluding the screw heads. The radiator structure features an 18 FPI and ensures that there is an interval of 105mm between any 2 fan mounting holes on it. The radiator is constructed of aluminum, meaning it's lightweight. It has rectangular blocks on each end, a dense fin stack, and 12 channels for water flow. On the top and bottom of the aluminum housing, there are openings for the flat cable to be routed toward a power source. The pump is powered by a 3-phase, 6-pole pump motor embedded in the radiator, which helps reduce interference. No 2 results of the stress test may be identical. This could happen for a range of reasons, such as increased tension, use of thermal paste, and fluctuating ambient temperature. And that's before considering the slight variations in silicon between the same types of chips. It is therefore critical to mention the testing process along with all details included. Unlike before, the graph now lacks a 240mm AIO since we have shifted to Windows 11 recently and done changes in the setup. Its other counterpart present on the graph is Deepcool LS720, which is a 360mm powerhouse AIO. Notably, SilverStone VIDA 240 Slim has managed to put up a substantial fight in spite of possessing a razor-thin radiator and fans. While yes, the difference of 5 degrees Celsius is huge, keep in mind we're comparing a slim 240mm AIO versus everyday 360mm AIO. Since there is external noise that is out of our control, we are not accurately measuring the volume of sound from the fan. The fans don't make much noise, and there is a PWM fan curve so people can adjust to their comfort level. SilverStone has just unveiled 2 new coolers in the VIDA Slim range. Both AIOs come in 120mm and 240mm sizes, specifically crafted for small form factor builds where space is restricted. Their 38mm height design, 16mm for the fan and 22mm for the radiator, stands out among regular AIOs, which measure 52mm high. We evaluated the SST VIDA 240 Slim, a 240mm liquid cooling system. Its aluminum radiator measures 274 by 120 by 22 mm and will increase to 38mm with the attached 16mm thick fans. Displaying an FPI count of 18, its rubber soft tubing is 400mm in length and slightly pliant without creating any bends or kinks. The block is lowly profiled and attractive due to its astute outlook design with the SilverStone brand illuminated by RGB light. The cover can swivel up to 90 degrees and 180 degrees angles, allowing the logo to remain upright when the cooler is tilted at any angle. The copper base of this block spans around 55 by 55 mm, and it will fit on most consumer-grade chips. But because the cooler allows for more clearance within small form factor builds than standard AIOs, it stands out from the competition. It was tested on an Intel i7-12700K and scored well against Deepcool LS720 with temperature readings at around 80 degrees Celsius under full load, only 5 degrees Celsius more than the other model. To get a clearer picture of this product's ability to cool, we recommend pitting it against a regular 240mm AIO instead. Despite its slim silhouette, the SST VIDA 240 Slim does not skimp on strength. The dependable punch it brings is worth appreciation. Nevertheless, this cooler should fulfill what it sets out to do in great style.